Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Check out this abandoned building over here. See if there's anything important in here. See a little bit of some ruins we got going on from the previous game. I don't really think there's too much going on. So we got the fisheye over there, which is a really big inflatable balloon. Can't believe they decided to, they took kind of the easy way out with that, from the marking. I notice there's some destroyed buildings in here. That's the point that I'm having campaign, where a couple of buildings have been destroyed. Right now I'm in the middle of trying to find some antennas. That way I can figure out the inhibitors that I'm missing to fully complete the parkour build. so I need to get up there, go to that military airdrop over there. Use this because my stamina's a little low. This will automatically refill your stamina. You don't have to worry about stamina for a little bit after doing that. And then I'm basically going to try and grapple up the side of this building. Once you get close to the top, just hit RB and you can grab onto it. These are very important in the early game, but in later game they're not really as important because I've already maxed everything out on this side. You can throw these in your stash. Maybe this bow is better than the bow that I already have. No, it's level 3, so I doubt it. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm not messing with it. So we're just playing cards. Made it to a new Night Runner hideout. These are important, but not really important right now. They're pretty much here in case you fall and die when you're trying to do the antenna. So now I did this one with my friend yesterday on his account. Now we're going to try and do it on mine. It was kind of a bitch to get it done the first time. Climb up on the inside. To the top, hop over. Back up on this bar. So over here, these ladders are kind of important. You can kick them down, it makes it a lot easier to get back up. Just in case you mess up. Again. Wait for it to come back around. So you gotta get these. These are at a weird angle. You have to like kind of jump and get them at like the perfect angle, otherwise you won't be able to get them. And I am only human. I'm going to mess up at certain points. Time for a beer. Fuck. Well, we're alive. Can kind of cheat. You want to hit your paraglider when you get there and float yourself over. It makes it much easier. I always try to make it easier and just not use the paraglider. So once you do a GRE detector later on in the game, you can go over to your map, you can zoom in, and you can see if there are any inhibitors in the area that you didn't already get. So I think I've already got most of them in this area, see if there's any overlap that I haven't gotten. So I got this one, which clears this area over here. This one clears this area over here. Zoom in a little bit, see if there's anything I didn't get. So this is the one area where I haven't really found anything. It's kind of difficult to get anything over there. A little difficult to access. But I'm not seeing any inhibitors over here that I haven't already gotten. And this seems to end right at the end of the boundary. Then there is one over here, an antenna. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Because I know I activated it during the campaign. It was right on top of this tower. But we'll get over there in a second, just to make sure. So it's pretty easy to tell, especially in New Villador, where you're heading. You can tell where you're going. VNC Tower is the tallest tower in the whole game, so you can figure out where exactly you are, orient yourself from there. That's pretty much the best way for you to take a look at it and see where you are. So the VNC Tower is pretty much going to be your main objective, looking at it, tell you exactly where it is. The VNC Tower is on the lower left of the map, so a majority of the map's going to be to the right. St. Paul Island's going to be the top, well, the wharf's going to be the top right, then there's going to be St. Paul Island. These are obviously more difficult areas than the lower Dam Eyre. This, honestly, is probably the hardest area in the map. This is also really hard, but you can't get to this area until you finish the game. Pretty much, you can go over there, but you're just going to die. So it doesn't really matter at that point. But it's important that when you're playing, make sure you get those train stations done, the metros. Because the metros make it a lot easier to fast travel around the map. They make it a lot simpler. You can see pretty much exactly where you're going. So it's all about setting a bearing. When I first started playing this game, there wasn't a lot of the compass on top that you see on the top of the screen. That wasn't really there. It was there, but it was very laggy. Sometimes it was there, sometimes it wasn't. What's up, More importantly, just remember to have fun. If you're gonna dropkick some people, just dropkick some people. Got these Mario shoes. If you guys want to see how I got these shoes, I'll show you exactly what they do in a second. This kind of flip. It's basically I get every time that I spam jump 3 times in a row. Yeah, let me know in the chat. I'm more than willing to do that for you guys. And we can, I'll show you guys how to do it. It's really not that hard. So right now I'm going to be trying to go over and get that station. I think one of the key parts of having a parkour build is I've invested heavy in stamina. So you can see the differences between my stamina bar on the bottom and my health bar on the top. I still have a lot of health. I still have about 350 health. Because you need those to upgrade your combat abilities. And really, it's not overly hard to get to that level. And that wasn't me messing up, that was me testing limitations of the parkour build. Because it's still a very early game, it just kind of came out. It's pretty tough to tell what you're trying to do, what can't you do. Especially the latest patch made it a lot more difficult. Because apparently there are people that were doing parkour exploits. I say apparently like I wasn't one of them even though I was. So we'll but yeah, I'm gonna go through this fog. So there's fog over here. It's not so much fog as much as this ash of buildings. And as you can see, or can't see, I can't see anything in front of me. But I know at this point that there's no real buildings in front of me. And then I'll get to the point, once I start seeing these ruins, I know where I am again. See my stamina's kind of dropping low. There's a metro over here. What you can do is to save your life a lot of times is just, if you have the grapple, hit the grappling hook. The grappling hook will save you from fall damage more times than it won't. And, you know, right now, I'm going to show you a combat situation of just what, like, this parkour build can do for you. So, you know, you can kind of come up here, you can launch yourself forward, blast that guy, drop kick this guy. So now the people that I'm playing against right now, they're level 8, and that's because I'm finished the game in my testing of this parkour build. So I dropped him down there. I don't want to be in the middle of this. Pull that guy down with the grappling hook over to me, because you don't want to have to deal with archers above you. So you can just kind of grapple your way around. That guy. This build's pretty much all about mobility, so you kind of want to be able to dodge when something's coming your way. You see a red angst, so you're just going to dodge it. When you get to level 8, they are going to try and dodge your attacks, probably more often than they're not. But one way to make sure that they won't dodge it, archers can't dodge, so there's no point in trying. Shoot him in the ankle, jump over him, and get that guy in the ankle. The hitbox in this game is not great. So, you know, in Dying Light 1 you would have been able to hit some things. You can't do it now. The enemies will be able to hit you where they wouldn't be able to hit you in the first one. With more stamina, you're able to just kind of eat blocks that the other team has dropping on you. See, but right now they can't block anything, so I'm basically just having a field day with stamina. Bad stamina, bad drop kick him into a wall. That's pretty much the best way to do it. When you want to use stamina, when you're using stamina, you're doing this stamina build, you know, you're pretty much, I don't want to say glass cannon because you're not a glass cannon, but what you really can do is you can build up your stamina to the point where getting something blocked, you know, that doesn't really matter. But if you're doing it with, you know, like a combat build, getting blocked could be the end of the world. But in a stamina build, that's not really as important. So let's see, locked from inside. So there's a vent somewhere. So when you see something that's locked from the inside, there's going to be a vent somewhere, you know, crawl through some vents. You can pretty much see where you're trying to go. This will drop me down one level, which is not where I want to go. But there are vents scattered around the game. They're designed for a sneaky combat situation. But when you play the game, you'll notice that you're not going to have, you know, very many sneaky combat situations. You're kind of always going to be going in guns blazing. And I haven't done this one before, so I'm learning it the same way that you are. I guess you're doing it vicariously through me, but we'll figure it out. So we got this door, can't get in through there, but what I can do, thanks to the stamina build, is I'm able to climb up these walls a lot easier than I would have been before. And you can see we got some enemies over here. Stamina also plays a huge role in use of ranged weapons.
Suck on this!
I cut that dude in half. You know, you always use your survivor sense when you can. Stamina builds will help you with your survivor sense. You'll be able to do it more often, so you see I can kind of spam it. But there are certain areas in the map that you can't use it in. Maybe when you're inside of safe zone, you can't use it. But that's the same way for every build, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm referring to these as builds because it's really flexible to the player. So, you know, if you want to go in guns blazing and just kind of, well, guns I guess because there are no guns. But if you want to go in just like I'm doing, you know, maybe catch them by surprise a little bit. You want to be speedy, you want to get around them, then parkour is kind of the build for you. But if you want to just like stand here, like if I was going to stand here right now, and just do this kind of thing. And I could stand here and go toe-to-toe with these guys if I wanted, because I'm not level 2. And I got plenty of medkits, but I don't really want to use my medkits all the time. So I'm just going to jump over this. Launch myself over here. Lacerating arrow, shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head. These lacerating arrows cause a bleeding effect. I missed the drop kick. You can see the combos once you figure them out. And then you can just kind of get right in between everybody. Drop kick multiple people is always nice. Drop kick still do the most damage on the game. But you just kind of see how fluid I'm moving. And that comes with the parkour builds, because you can stand here. I can take a shot if I need to take a shot. Oh, that's a boss, so it's a little bit harder. You can't. The parkour doesn't really work on the bosses, but it works on everybody else. But if you can line them up like this, then you can drop kick one into the others and staggers them. Stun them. You ready? Drop kick over the top, dash through. Get over the top. Kill that guy. So once you line everything up, you gotta line things up. You gotta be aggressive. Because a parkour build is just as aggressive as a combat build, but you know you're basing it off of being able to move out of the way of heavy shots. And when I say move out of the way of heavy shots, I'm not meaning like you don't take any heavy shots. It's just that the damage is less when you take a heavy shot. Because you're not getting fully hit by it, you're getting hit by parts of it. And then I have enough stamina if I can get unstuck from behind this container, where I can dodge pretty much endlessly. Hit it into him, drop kick him again, hit him with fire, drop kick this guy, if he doesn't dodge it. Ow. You're still gonna take hits. You're pretty much always gonna take hits. And the game adjusts to your difficulty, so if the guy's being a little difficult, you know, finish him with some arrows. This sword does no damage, I can demonstrate that to you in a second. This is just one of the Easter egg weapons. It really doesn't do any damage. I cut his knee off. I guess it does do damage. I don't know. It says that it doesn't do any damage. Never turn these off, by the way, because this allows infected to pour into the tunnels when you're trying to, you know, activate a metro station. It doesn't. You don't want to deal with that. If you're already dealing with everything, especially at your power level, if you haven't beaten the game, you're gonna want to avoid that. But with this parkour build I just demonstrated, you know, you can run through locked doors, which I think is quite interesting. Yeah, but if you have any questions, you know, feel free to drop them in the chat. More than willing to answer any questions about parkour builds. Or there are a lot of combat builds out there. I have a couple of them. It's really just based off of the gear. Gear is important. So I've got this in here. This is one of my brawler builds. And then the rest of it's pretty reflexive. So you see I go through headgear. I got my ranger. Ranger's very much equivalent to, you know, your parkour builds. Brawler is very much towards your attack builds, your combat builds. I have a lot more of these that I can just purchase because I already have them set up to purchase. You can set things up to purchase, and I will do a live stream about that later. But you can see, you know, the parkour build has its limitations in that, you know, you can see I get plus 10% survivor range here, which is fantastic. But you see my recognition time is slower. So there are other things that you can do to kind of like figure everything out. but you always want to have at least one piece of sturdy armor. So like a tank, it'll make it so that you can keep your health up. You want to keep your health up. But yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down to me. I'll be doing this for a while, so if anybody has any questions, you want to pop in, pop out, that's fine with me. I got some Easter eggs I can show you guys. Like how I got these cool shoes that let me do flips. Like I said, I'm in the part of the map right now. If you don't mind spoilers, that I'm in the part of the map right now where part of the map's already got some things done to it. I'll leave it at that. But if you want to know exactly what happened to it, you can drop it in the chat. I'll let you know, because I don't really ruin anything for anybody else who comes through and checks the chat. But I guess I'll just roll it anyway, so. What's up, homie?
Why can't you do it?
So the windmill's very important, give you a good space to drop off.
Who let them in?
I don't pay attention to them. It's the same everywhere.
So there's a little bit of technical difficulties going on. Is the bitrate alright? You can see it? Because I care about your viewing experience. I want you to, be able to see everything properly. So just kind of taking you around the map, showing you what's going on. Show you these cool Mario boots. More Easter eggs that I've already gotten. Yeah, so if you want, I could show you some Easter eggs. Like I said, I've got these boots right here. Let me see if I can craft. You guys want to see? I don't know if you guys have seen a couple videos that I've done in the past, or a couple streams about this dying force. This is really cool, and I think once I show it to you, you're gonna want to stick around. So, dying force ranged weapon. It's basically a boomstick. But it's kind of, it's a pretty stupid boomstick mod, to be honest with you. But what it basically lets me do is I can force choke zombies into the air, and that lets me kind of come in for the easy finish. So let's see, we got one here. Like a boomstick. I can just kind of force lift him around, or force lift him into the air in most cases, but it worked a couple days ago. That they work inside a building. You see how I can kind of, from a distance, I can stun them and send them back. Basically Kylo Ren with this shit. come in the middle. Do that kind of thing. Stun him again. Come in the middle. Do a full 360 windmill. Cut pretty much all of them in half. You can block zombies hitting you with this parkour build. Choke him again. You can kill zombies with this too. Think about that Death Star kind of choke scene. So one thing that I'm excited about, I'll craft it for you now. I haven't used it before, the left finger of Glova. I know we always had the right hand of Glova, which was that nade in the old one. Not exactly sure what it does. But I'll show you my parkour tree real quick. Now get the parkour tree open. I've got 24 stamina, 13 health, and that's kind of the way that I've wanted to build my hero. In this, or wanted to build Aiden up. I wanted to have my stamina to the max. It makes it a lot easier to move around. And I think once you start playing the game, you'll figure that out. That you kind of need stamina in a way that you didn't in the previous one. In the previous one, you can infinitely climb. That's no longer the case. You can see just me jumping out this window and pulling my parachute. Got that stamina bar on the bottom.
Over here, now.
Am I a fan of it? No. But that's kind of what happens. I'm gonna go be an exemplary grandson. But I can demonstrate some parkour skills on the way. Oh, I got a fake gun. A fake handgun. That's kind of sick.
So they are here. Grandma might be confused, but her memory's just fine for some things. I hope these pills help her.
She was crazy. Where's this woman? Over there. Good.
I calculated that it would have to rain for a whole week to counter the effects of the drought.
How do you figure that out?
Yeah, that's what I was
Just by
gonna say.
looking
Your
at the
fucking
rain
math
gauge.
calculations are terrible.
Don't you check it?
Didn't know it could tell you things like that.
I'll
I
show
mean, it
you
looks pretty
sometime.
ashy over here, but I don't think
Remember
it's...
what you told me
hasn't...
last week?
It rained like 20 minutes ago.
Here you go, ma'am. I mean, Grandma, I got your pills.
Took your sweet time, Jerry. Had to grab a pint with your mates after work again, is that it? You could have let me know before we got married. The day were your true loves. Well, here's your tea. See what kind of wife you have?
Ugh, gross. One of the
Oh, the best kind.
beer cans
And
in my
after a
case
hard
was
day's work, a pint with
already
the guys
ruptured.
is a pardonable offense, isn't it? Take this, darling. You'll feel better.
That's
I'm gonna
so...
pretend to be this.
Wait. So, you remember my name? You know who
Oh,
I
this is
am?
bullshit.
Oh, my... Oh, one can... What's that?
She's lying to me about how... She's...
Thanks, but I have to go now.
I don't
Till
want to hear
next
your
time,
stories. You lied to me.
Grandma.
Yeah, as you wish, darling. Once the tea cools, I'll take my pills and go for a walk. People
Yeah, take your pills, go for a walk, preferably down here where all these zombies are. That way you won't be my problem anymore. Now I know that sounds harsh.
Brand new
But she
shipment.
needs to hear it. The kind of thing that she deserves. here, make sure that I got that already. Now what I'm not sure is if this bomb kind of destroyed the GRE antenna in the area. And as you can see, or can't see, I can't see anything. So, gotta figure out how to get in the bottom of this tower again. Can't see where the entrance is. I know kind of where it is, but not really. What's up? Parachute. Yeah, but once you see the entrance, you'll know what it is. I think this will probably take me to one of the areas that I need to go. There is a main entrance. Yep, back on the roof.
Haven't eaten a thing today.
Didn't you listen to the briefing? We're gonna be inspected.
To come up with that yourself doesn't matter.
No, a healer I met told me. Here's another. In your mind's eye, picture yourself in a crystal, and you will reach a ripe old age.
That's all bullshit.
The worst thing is when a crystal becomes cloudy, because it means you've been cursed.
Sounds like a curse of being gone.
Maybe, but most consider it a huge risk to ignore the signs in case it exists.
Just give me 1 second.
Man, they smell
You know, if you have any questions, drop in the chat. Anything you want me to cover that I haven't been covering, feel free to do that. Now, you got any personal questions about me, anything going on, I really don't care what the question is. It could be literally about anything. And if I know anything about it, I'll give you the answer that I believe I know about it. Look, professionally, you know, I'm a tax accountant. I do taxes for people, obviously. Tax season's coming up. Got any questions? Feel free to drop those in the chat. I don't really care about that either. Got a message here from YouTube. Using extreme profanity. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see it. You know, like I said, this isn't, the stream isn't for, you know, making money. I know a lot of people are trying to do this as a career. I have no interest in that. You know, just kind of here to help you guys. I'm going to be doing it, you know, whether anybody's here to watch or not. So if you know, if you want, feel free to type a question in the chat. Feel free to email me, something like that. We can play together if you want. I don't care. This elevator kind of takes a while. I know this is absolutely thrilling content. I'm sure you're enjoying it just as much as I am. Yeah, light bulb looks good though. Well, there's 2 dots on it. 2 blue dots. I'm trying to find some dev weapons. If you remind from Dying Light 1, Oh, you remember yourself from Dying Light 1, there was a bunch of dev weapons scattered around the map. Basically, so far as what I can tell from this one, there aren't very many dev weapons scattered around the map, if any. You didn't see that. Today, 20 tonight or no? Yeah, of course. Let me just see what's up here. You can kind of wiggle yourself around the tower. You can see there's a military airdrop over there, which is what I really want to get to. Over here to this. Very hard lockpick. There's no such thing as a very hard lockpick. I'll move it. Start this here. Fuck. That's still not very hard. That's kind of an average lockpick. Just if I had more, we'd have been doing it a lot easier. Hold on. Hey, what's up? Yeah. Yeah. If you want to say hi, you can say hi to the 3 people in the YouTube thing and 2 people on Twitch. Yeah, the people on YouTube say hello. Caesar's on the other one. Just kind of having a good time. Alright, I really want to figure out who the fuck this guy is. He's just here all the time. I don't know. He doesn't say anything. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been able to figure out if he's a streamer or not. No, he's not. No, he's just kind of hanging out, which I know I appreciate. I mean, why would a computer do that though? He sent me a couple messages once. Weren't any difficult questions, but you know. No, he's here to be a good guy, you know, he's here to be a boy. Kind of vibe, have a good time. Over in the Juan's apartment. But yeah, we'll do the, I'll do the Rocket League tourney in a little bit. Yeah, so just so you guys know, in about, what time is it? 9:10. So in about 20 minutes, I'm going to be ending the stream and then switching over to Rocket League. For some reason, it's got this weird thing where I can't do like multiple games that I'm playing at once. But yeah, so basically the way that it works, if you guys want, you can take a... I don't have to end my Twitch stream to do it, but I have to end my YouTube stream and then cross everything over. So, you know, go over to Twitch, take a look at it there. Or if you're more comfortable on YouTube, don't blame you. Then we can, it's honestly a lot easier on YouTube. So I might just kind of stick with this. But either way, I'll be here. And if you're relatively new, anybody on the YouTube side, I know you're new. This is my boy Jason. And he and I play Dying Light 2 together. We play Warzone together sometimes. I haven't had that shit updated in a minute. We played, yeah, he's a priority streamer. Yeah, so, oh, variety? I think he said priority. It was like, no, I'm a variety streamer. I'll do whatever you guys want. Apex, 100%. I've been trying to get him to switch over to Apex, but he won't do it. So, you know, he's a dweeb like that. But, you know, he's a great guy. He's mildly entertaining, just like me. Probably more entertaining than me, but we'll see how it goes. So, you know, Rocket League coming up in 20 minutes. If you guys want, stick around. If you don't want to, you want to keep up with the Dying Light content. The Dying Light content will be back at about 10:30, depending on how the tournament goes. If the tournament goes well, 10:30, but the way it usually goes, we'll probably be back by like 9:45. So, we'll see what happens. Sorry, we'll be back around until 11, or whatever. So, yeah. Take that whole timeline, adjust it by an hour. Fuck you, I don't know, just fucking do the math yourselves. Around that time. Around 11 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, good for you. You know, you just gotta, sometimes you gotta do that kind of thing. Let's see. Do this parkour challenge. You guys want to see a parkour challenge, or I already did this one. We'll find another one. It's a paraglider challenge, but those aren't really that difficult. Once you got the fully maxed out paraglider, no paraglider challenge is that difficult. 809, don't want that. 1000, already did it. This GRE anomaly over here, but I'm pretty sure I already did that. For some reason it says I didn't do it, but I know that I did. Maybe I did it on yours. It's a GRE fucking whatever anomaly. But I know that I did it, so basically the way that the stream kind of situation works is from 7 to 9:30 we're going to be going on my account, looking at my worlds, and then we'll be able to compare that to my friend's world, Jason's worlds, at about around 11 at the latest, like 11:30, at 11:30 at the latest, I'd say. Around there, so you can see kind of like the earlier stages of it, and then see a little bit of the later stages earlier, so kind of like a look back in time situation. I know that doesn't make very much sense. Yeah, I agree, it's confusing, but we'll figure it out. You see, I eliminated the from there part. I'm working on that. You see how I got rid of the we'll figure it out from there part? You know, from there. See, where's there a bed around here? Is there one in the safe zone? Yeah, there is. So I want to do this GRE anomaly. Over there. Well, it's not really that hard. On top of the central loop over here, they call it the central loop because of this building that says central loop on it. And that's pretty much it. The map is not a loop, and it is very much not central. It is the lower right area. Yeah, it's the lower right area of the map. Now, if this place looks similar, yes, I did a loop to get back to this place. But shut up. That's not why they call it the central loop. It's not my bed. That might be Lawan's bed. Where's my bed? Do you remember when you were on the roof and Lawan was like, I'm going to bed, and you were like, okay, I'll go to bed too? Do you remember which fucking bed it was? Oh, so now I can fucking do it? Kind of, maybe? Hopefully. No? It's time to commit seppuku on that bitch. So when you notice a bug that's going on, you notice a bug, kill yourself, it'll reset it. And that's not me telling you to kill yourself. That's just in-game advice. Well, it's nighttime, so I don't even need to anymore. It reset the day, because I already hit X on it. So where's that anomaly? It's right there. And I know that I already did it, but we're gonna do it. Did we do this one? I don't know. It's kind of right in the middle of this loop. There's one fall, it's all of us. Oh, there's this. We got this. Brass knuckles, brass knuckles, brass knuckles, brass knuckles. What are they running away from? Not going anywhere. Off my rooftop. Oh no, that guy's dead. That's terrible. Oh no. And if you fake that you care, more people will think you care about certain things. So that guy died, and I could just be like, oh no, that's terrible. Alright, yes, lockpicks. Put a stick in my crawl the last time. So I found that when you upgrade the boomstick, Jason, when you upgrade the boomstick, it upgrades like the fingers of Glova and the rest of it. All right. What the fuck? Leave me alone. Over here. Now I'm gonna do myself a favor, craft a shock arrow. I don't have any scraps, never mind. Oh, so what I was saying is I found a bunch of inhibitors, so I think I'm caught up to you. I think we're good. But when you upgrade the boomstick, it upgrades the rest of your stuff. So like my right-handed Glova is fucking, my left-handed Glova is crazy. Get off the GRE container. And now you're down there. You wanna know what my YouTube channel name is? No, it's quite different. because it doesn't let me look. So when I made the Twitch account like a while ago, just from when I was like watching things on Twitch, I just went with J Ropes, and it won't let me change it. I can change the capitals, but I can't change like the actual name itself. So my my YouTube name is Intoxigamer. It's a play on intoxicated, but it's I feel like that might be a little highbrow. As much as alcoholism and Dying Light 2 is highbrow, so. Need to find more scraps. I spent all my scraps showing these, showing the people on YouTube because they wanted me to show them the, you know, like all the Easter eggs that I had gotten because they didn't believe me that I had Easter eggs and shit like that. So I built the Glova and I built the other shit, and I went from having about 1,000 scraps to having none. Yeah, I showed them the Mario shoes. They liked the Mario shoes. They didn't appreciate the way that I said Mario. Well, because I said Mario, and this guy was like, "Are you from Long Island?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Ah, that makes a lot of sense." Do me a favor, let me know when it gets to 9:25. So 3 minutes from now, I guess. Because that's when I'm gonna switch off the YouTube stream and then switch it over to Rocket League. Because these guys said they'd stay, but I don't think. No offense. I know I was right, asshole. I'm not getting hostile with you, I'm getting hostile with my own lifestyle choices. Oh, that's what I found. But like, that's the thing, you know, because I put it on the stream because, you know, I looked at it the way that you and I play. We play together, you know, pretty frequently, and you know, pretty much every day. So I was like, I might as well stream it those times because it doesn't hinder you and me playing together at any point. So, you know, you and I are playing, and if people find that entertaining, then great. If they don't, whatever. I don't care. So I put the schedule on Twitch. I put the schedule on YouTube. You know, like, some days it's different. So tomorrow, I won't be streaming until like 7:30. Because I have to do fucking taxes until 7:30. But I'll adjust the schedule when I get to that point. You know, part of me believes that, like, Dom was able to get those, like, couple viewers or whatever when we were playing, was it Warzone together, and we were shit-talking Dom at his Twitch streaming thing. But then another part of me really doubts it. Unless they were, like, his friends. Because, like, it's actually a lot harder to make it on Twitch and, like, get people to watch it than you think. Because Twitch isn't, you know, like, it's not very user-friendly. Or, like, streamer-friendly, anyway. good about yourselves because we kind of suck. But, yeah, so, if not, we'll be back around,